Shaquille O'Neal was born on March 6, 1972, in Newark, New Jersey. His early life was filled with challenges. His biological father, Joe Tony, struggled with drug addiction and ended up in prison, leaving Shaq to grow up without a real father figure. For a child, this absence was painful. But instead of letting it break him, Shaq used it as motivation to create a better future. His mother, Lucille, worked tirelessly to raise him, showing him strength and sacrifice every single day. Later, when Lucille married Philip Harrison, a U.S. Army sergeant, Shaq finally had a father figure. Harrison instilled discipline and structure into his life. He taught Shaq about respect, responsibility, and the importance of hard work. Shaq was physically different from the beginning. By the age of 13, he was already taller than most men, standing at 6 feet 6 inches. While some kids might have felt insecure, Shaq embraced his size. People laughed, teased, and stared at him, but he transformed what others saw as awkward into something powerful. These early years shaped his mindset, that challenges are not barriers but opportunities to grow. His childhood struggles, an absent father, financial hardship, and feeling different, built resilience in him. They gave him the hunger to succeed. Shaq's early life is a reminder that greatness often begins with pain, and that the obstacles we face can become the foundation of our future victories. As Shaq grew older, his passion for basketball became his escape from life's struggles. In his teenage years, he began dominating courts with his unique combination of size, strength, and agility. He wasn't just tall. He was coordinated, fast, and determined to learn. By high school, he had become a national-level prospect, with coaches and scouts predicting that he would one day change the NBA. But talent alone wasn't enough. Shaq worked hard, guided by the discipline his stepfather had taught him. He then earned a scholarship to Louisiana State University, LSU, where his basketball journey took off. At LSU, Shaq quickly became a sensation. Fans and opponents were shocked by his dominance. He wasn't just dunking. He was controlling games. His hard work turned into results. He was named a two-time All-American, won multiple awards, and gained recognition as the future face of basketball. His coaches admired him for being both a giant on the court and a student of the game, always eager to improve. In 1992, his dream became reality. Shaquille O'Neal entered the NBA draft and was selected as the #1 overall pick by the Orlando Magic. The impact was immediate. In his rookie season, he averaged more than 23 points per game and was named Rookie of the Year. He wasn't just a player, he was a phenomenon. Orlando had never seen this level of excitement before. Shaq brought hope, energy, and stardom to a young franchise. His rise proved that greatness is not about where you start, but about how far you are willing to push yourself. Shaq's entry into the NBA marked the beginning of a legendary career. With his size, strength, and unstoppable presence, he quickly became one of the most dominant forces the game had ever seen. His early years with the Orlando Magic showed the world his potential, but his true greatness came when he joined the Los Angeles Lakers. Teaming up with Kobe Bryant, Shaq formed one of the most iconic duos in basketball history. Together, they didn't just win games, they created a dynasty. From 2000 to 2002, the Lakers won 3 consecutive NBA championships, with Shaq being named Finals MVP each time. His dominance in the paint was unmatched. No defender could stop him and no team could contain his power. After leaving the Lakers, Shaq proved he could win elsewhere too. In 2006, with the Miami Heat, he added another championship to his legacy. His presence transformed the team and gave young Dwyane Wade the support needed to capture the title. Over his career, Shaq became a 4-time NBA champion, a 15-time All-Star, and one of the top scorers in NBA history. His style of play changed the way teams built their rosters, as they were forced to find ways to deal with his unstoppable force inside the paint. By the time he retired in 2011, Shaquille O'Neal was not just considered one of the greatest centers, but one of the most influential players in basketball history. His career showed that dominance, when paired with consistency, creates legends. Shaq didn't just play basketball, he redefined it. For many athletes, retirement means fading away. But for Shaquille O'Neal, life after basketball became another opportunity to succeed. He didn't just rely on his fame, he built an empire. Shaq became a business mogul, investing in major franchises like Papa John's, Five Guys, and Krispy Kreme. He also invested in real estate, technology, and various companies, building a financial portfolio worth hundreds of millions. His smart investments made him one of the most successful businessmen among former athletes. But Shaq didn't stop there. He became an entertainer. From starring in movies like Blue Chips and Kazam to releasing rap albums and appearing in commercials, Shaq embraced the spotlight with humor and charisma. His personality made him a favorite not just in sports, but in popular culture. He also valued education. Despite already being a millionaire and a global icon, Shaq earned his doctorate in education, showing that success isn't only about money or fame. It's about growth and knowledge. This achievement silenced critics who doubted him and inspired millions to never stop learning. Shaq's life beyond basketball proves that success doesn't have to end with one career. By diversifying his skills and taking risks, he built a legacy that stretches far beyond the NBA. He showed the world that true greatness comes from evolving and never settling for less. What makes Shaq truly admired is not just his success, but his character. Known for being fun-loving, humorous, and full of life, he has always connected with people in a way few celebrities can. He entertains, he laughs, and he makes others laugh too. But behind the jokes lies a man with a huge heart. Shaq has given millions to charity, supported hospitals, schools, and underprivileged communities. He often uses his wealth to make a difference quietly. Stories have surfaced of Shaq walking into a store and paying for a stranger's entire bill, buying bikes for kids, or gifting cars to families in need. These random acts of kindness show that his generosity is not for the cameras, it's genuine. He has also used his influence to mentor young athletes, teaching them discipline and financial responsibility. Shaq believes that true success comes not just from achieving greatness, but from lifting others up along the way. This balance of humor, kindness, and generosity makes him stand out. While many athletes are remembered only for their stats, Shaq is remembered for his humanity. He proved that being a legend is not only about trophies, but about how much good you bring into the world. His personality and generosity turned him from a superstar into a role model. Shaquille O'Neal's life is filled with lessons that go beyond basketball. The first lesson is that tough beginnings don't define your future. Despite growing up without his father and facing hardships, Shaq rose to greatness. The second lesson is the power of discipline and hard work. His stepfather's military background taught him that talent is wasted without effort. Another key lesson is to diversify your life. Shaq didn't stop at basketball. He became a businessman, entertainer, and scholar. He showed that success comes from expanding your skills and not relying on one path. Perhaps the most powerful lesson is about humility and giving back. Despite his fame and fortune, Shaq has always remained approachable, funny, and generous. He understands that success means little if it isn't shared with others. Shaq's story teaches us that success is not about being perfect. It's about turning struggles into strengths, embracing opportunities, and helping others along the way. From a boy in Newark with nothing to one of the most recognizable icons in the world, Shaq's journey is proof that with hard work, discipline, and kindness, you can rise above any challenge and create a legacy that lasts forever. Subscribe our channel for more updates. Thanks.